Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Amanda. I'm 31 and I am currently 31 weeks pregnant with our first baby, a little boy who is due at the beginning of May. So I'm actually filming in a new place today. So we had moved into our new house over this past weekend. We were renting a house that was about 5 minutes away, and then we were building a new house, which was started back in October. So finally the house is done. We're all moved in. It was such an exhausting weekend, especially moving while pregnant. Moving in general is a stressful thing, but moving while pregnant is even harder, especially if you're in your third trimester. So I'm really happy and excited about that. And I'm definitely going to do a furnished house tour as soon as all of our stuff comes in. We're still waiting for a few pieces, but if you haven't seen it, I'll link the video of the empty house tour in case you're interested in seeing our new place. So this week I am going to do my 30-week pregnancy update. During week 29, I didn't really have a ton of symptoms. I barely wrote anything down. So anything that I did experience in week 29 carried over to week 30. So first and foremost, let me just log into my app and I'll tell you a little bit about the baby. So at 30 weeks, he is as big as a zucchini and he's about 15.7 inches long and 2.89 pounds. So he's starting to pick up some steam and he's getting big. It says that his skin is getting smoother but his brain is getting wrinklier to make way for essential brain tissue. So that's interesting. And he's strong enough now to grasp a finger. So that's, oh my gosh, it just makes it so real. Like this baby is just getting so big and doing so much stuff. It's crazy. So that's the baby. And so let's move on to things that are going on with me. So at 30 weeks, I was 140 pounds. So a total of 23 pounds gained. And I started off at 117 and I'm 5'1". So just to give you an idea of like my body measurements. And I think 23 pounds this far is fine. I'm kind of assuming that I will be gaining a total of maybe 30 to 35 pounds, hopefully no more, because I want to make sure that I'm able to get the baby weight off. So one of the main symptoms that I had been feeling, and this was the only note that I wrote down in week 29 and it still happened in week 30, is that I had been extremely emotional. And I don't know whether it's completely 100% pregnancy hormones, or I think more it's a combination of a lot of things. So the fact that we were moving, that's just a huge stressor in general. And we were in, a 3-bedroom house that we had to move everything out of into our new house, which is 4 bedrooms. And there's just a ton of stuff that goes into it. Setting up the move with the movers, turning off all of our utilities, turning them on at the new house. We have a totally new cable provider because our area, we used to have Comcast, but because this is a newer development, they don't have that out there. So we had to cancel that, start with AT&T's Uverse, which I had never had before. And just like all the rest of the stuff, setting up our trash and everything else. It's just a ton of stuff to do, and my husband has been so great. He's basically taking care of everything so that I'm not stressed, but I'm also helping out. So I think it's that, and just like getting closer and closer to the day that he's going to be born. The weeks they're going by super fast. And I just think that everything combined has made me very emotional. So I had just, some days I will feel so sad and just start crying. And it could be for no reason at all, or the silliest little thing. Like I get an email at work and it upsets me. Normally I would just shake it off and deal with it like a normal person would. But recently, little things like that have been really bothering me to the point where I just start crying, or just something goes wrong throughout the day, or my husband says something and I just start crying out of nowhere, and he'll ask me like, what's wrong? What's upsetting you? And most of the time I don't even know. It's not something specific. It's just, I don't know, everything together. I feel like maybe I'm very overwhelmed right now at this time of life. I'm super busy at work. It's like my busiest time. And then to load a move on top of that, and then preparing for the baby, getting his nursery ready, like all of that stuff is just made me really, really emotional. And I don't know if you can relate, but I was not an emotional person before I got pregnant. Like I would rarely cry. I, didn't articulate my feelings very well. I kind of keep things bottled up. So now I'm just feeling all of these things and I don't know how to process it. So I just start crying out of nowhere sometimes. And I don't know, sometimes it's happy cries. Like the day that we closed on our house, after we signed all the papers, I was driving home and I just started bawling. And like, it wasn't like a happy tears kind of a thing, but it wasn't a sad tears kind of a thing either. It was just, I don't know, very, very insane. So maybe you guys can relate. Let me know down in the comments if you were just like a ball of emotions in your third trimester. So another thing that has been happening is my boobs have been sort of leaky at some points. It doesn't happen every day. It's more like randomly when I wake up in the morning. Excuse me. When I wake up in the morning, I'll have like little dots on, my shirt where my boobs leaked. So I don't know. I guess this is like the colostrum or something that's being produced and everything. So I think it's kind of normal, but that's something that hadn't been happening that is now sometimes happening. I also am feeling some swelling in my legs and also in my hands. So my rings still fit me, but they're a lot tighter than they normally would be. Like if I wear them for a whole day, I get like all the ring marks and whatever. So I think I'm getting some swelling. So I'm trying to just drink as much water as possible so that the swelling goes down a bit. And another thing that's really annoying that I've kind of been experiencing the past few weeks is heartburn. And I love to eat spicy food, so that's probably not helping. Like I had tacos the other night, but even if I don't eat anything that would kind of like give me acid reflux or something, when I try to go to bed, I have been having heartburn so bad to the point where it like feels like it's coming up my throat and I'll start to cough. Like I won't throw up or like anything like that, but it's not a good feeling and it keeps me up. And I don't know, I'm not sure if there's anything that I can take, like Prilosec or something like that. I really don't want to take anything, but if it gets bad enough, maybe I'll do some research. Also, I have been feeling so much movement from the baby, and I think that his sleeping and waking patterns have changed. So a few weeks ago, maybe it was even a month ago, he would be really, really quiet throughout the day. So I wouldn't feel him much at all. Maybe if I ate something, he would start to move a little bit, but I would mostly feel him when I was about to go to sleep, and he would be, or right after dinner, he would be so crazy moving around, and like, then I would try to fall asleep and he would be awake and it just wasn't working. But now I feel like he's awake a lot more. So I will feel him all throughout the day. And I feel like he's kind of on a schedule. Like when I'm hungry, he's hungry and he will start kicking me. Like he knows when I eat and he knows when he's trying to get some food. So when I wake up in the morning, if I didn't eat anything like within a half an hour and I'm starving, he will start kicking me and going crazy until I eat. And then after I eat lunch, he'll be moving around, and like now I can see his little body parts moving around my stomach, and it's just so sweet. I think I'm gonna really miss it once I do give birth, just kind of like feeling him in there. And I don't know, it's kind of like when I'm eating lunch or breakfast or something and I'm by myself, it's not like I'm by myself. It's like we're having lunch together. So that's kind of cute. But he also is very, very active right before I go to sleep. Like last night, he just kept on moving, and I think he had the hiccups or something, because I kept feeling this little like the thump for must have been like 20 minutes. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, he's moving around a lot. And I think that now that he's getting bigger and he has a smaller area to move around, I can feel a lot more. So I'm liking it though. I don't mind it. Another thing that's been happening and has been consistent is I have been getting shortness of breath, and it happens pretty much all the time. So now we're living in a 2-story house, and before the house we were renting was 1 story. And I work from home most days of the week. So our office is on the 1st floor here, but we don't have a desk or chairs yet. They're supposed to be coming, I think, next week. So we put my old desk upstairs in like the loft area. So throughout the day, I've been having to go up and down the stairs every time I need to get something to eat or every time I need to get something to drink. And I am just out of breath all the time. And even when I'm just talking to somebody or, you know, swiffering the floor or doing any kind of cleaning, like I get shortness of breath. So that's, it's not the best, but what are you gonna do? I feel like he's crowding out my lungs, so that's fine. One annoying thing is I have been getting pregnancy brain, and I kind of thought that like you hear about this stuff, and I was like, oh, that's, you know, it's silly. Like how is that possible? But it's real. Like so yesterday, I've just been really forgetful, and not even like with work stuff. Like I won't forget a meeting or to do something. It's more just like being absent-minded in my day-to-day routine of things. So I was charging my phone, and I keep the charger in the kitchen. And so I woke up and I went to go charge my phone, and the charger was gone. So immediately I text my husband. I'm like, what did you do with the charger? Did you take it? Blah, blah, blah. Like accusing him, because I don't think that I could have done anything. I don't remember moving it. But come to find out that I had moved it over here in the living room to charge my phone one of the nights, and so that I could watch TV. So after searching the house, I found it, and then I just felt really stupid. Like I can't believe I forgot that I did that. And that's something that I wouldn't have forgotten, that I had moved before I was pregnant. Like I don't forget things, and I'm pretty good about keeping everything organized and like aware of where my stuff is. So that's just like really annoying. And I also have been just like not articulate. There have been times where I just can't remember the right word. Like I would be having a conversation and I'm trying to remember a place that we ate or a street name or anything just like common and to describe something, and I can't for the life of me remember it. So I just feel like a bumbling idiot sometimes, and I don't know. It's not a good feeling. Like I feel really stupid sometimes, but whatever. I'm gonna milk the pregnancy brain thing while I can. So another thing that has been happening is I've just been really, really tired lately. And I think just because I'm getting bigger and things are a little bit harder to do, I'm not sleeping well at all. I get up about 5 times a night to go to the bathroom. I just can't get comfortable, and so I wake up and I'm usually very cranky and, you know, just not really pleasant to, to be around, but I'm doing the best that I can with that. But some things that I haven't been experiencing. So I haven't gotten any Braxton Hicks contractions yet. So I don't know if like that, I don't know when they're supposed to happen. Maybe it is later down the line, but I haven't gotten those. I haven't had any other like physical pain, no like lower back pain or weird physical symptoms. Like I feel pretty normal aside from like feeling pretty big. And I haven't had any stretch marks yet. So we'll see. I still have about 2 months to go. So that, that stuff definitely will and probably is supposed to crop up and start happening. But that's really it for my 29/30 week pregnancy update. I will definitely show you my bump shot because I feel like a basketball right now, to be honest. Okay, so this is the bump with clothes on. From the side and from the front. He's like a beach ball, like a basketball. And I have a really short torso, so I feel like that might make him look a little bit bigger than he might look if I was like 5'8". I'm 5'1". And then this is him from the other side. Here's the bump without clothes. From the side, from the front, and other side. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are pregnant, I hope that you're enjoying your pregnancy. If you're TTC, sending prayers and baby dust your way. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to have you join me on my pregnancy journey with baby number 1. And we've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Now that we've moved into the house, I'm gonna do the furnished house tour, and then as soon as we get the nursery set up, I'm gonna be doing a nursery tour, and I think next week I'm gonna do a baby boy clothing haul. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.